2, verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let."
The mystery of iniquity is the Roman Empire. He that now letteth will let is talking about Yahweh, the Most High God. Go ahead.
"Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth."
Meaning that we're going to bring these scriptures out, this word out, this truth out, and it's going to consume the so-called white man and his philosophies. And then eventually the manifestation of it physically is going to be the destruction of America and the so-called white man by thermonuclear fire. Keep going.
It says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming."
Which is the nuclear missiles. Go ahead.
Verse 9, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders."
Which is America and the so-called white man. Go ahead.
"And with all deceivableness."
With all this, now listen, with all deceivableness, the word deceives means to lie and make it look true. Just like they said, his name is Yahweh. When in our actuality, they know that they don't know how to pronounce the Most High's name. They know that their pronunciation was lost when we went into slavery under the other nations. And we're going to prove that later. So now they tell you his name is Yahweh, when they know that they don't know how to pronounce it, but then they make it seem true because they said we're the scholars, so you got to listen to us. Go ahead. That's why it says with all deceivableness. Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth."
Right, because we're speaking the truth, and we're going to give you the true name of the Most High. Go ahead.
"That they might be saved."
So if you don't want to take this name, if you don't want to believe this is the name, you just going to die. You just going to die unless you accept the name. All right? Because you didn't believe the truth. That's why. Go ahead.
That's it.
All right, so go to Psalm 74:18. All right, so if you want to take the scholar's name of Yahweh and you don't want to take the true name, which is Yahweh, you just going to die because you didn't believe in the truth. Go ahead.
What you wanted?
Psalms chapter 74, verse 18. All right, because these scholars, they're not going to give you the name, because if all Israel had the name and we prayed to the Most High, he would deliver us today. If we all knew his name and we knew the words of the Most High, nobody would be able to conquer us as a nation. But they have to lie to you and keep the name from you in order to keep you oppressed and keep you doing their bidding, to keep their kingdom going. Go ahead.
We got a precept. This is Ezekiel 28 and 2 and 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Right.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches."
Right, so the so-called white man, he has, in order to him to stay rich, he has to have slaves. In order for him to keep us in slavery, we have to do unrighteousness and not call upon the name of the Lord. Therefore, he hides the name. Therefore, he creates mischief and deceivableness through hiding the name of the Most High. That's why he tell you, man, them guys don't know what they're talking about. The name of God is not Yahweh. It's Yahweh, because we're the scholars. Go ahead.
This is
Psalm 74.
Psalm 74:18. Says, "Remember this, that the enemy have reproached, O Lord."
The enemy, which is the so-called white man, had reproached us. Go ahead.
"And that the foolish people have blasphemed thy name."
And the foolish people blaspheme thy name, which the foolish people is the so-called white man. And also 2/3 of you Negroes. Now it says that he blasphemed thy name. What does blaspheme mean? Blaspheme means to lie against. So they lied against the Most High name by saying what? That his name is Yahweh, Jehovah, and what else? Ashaya.
Yeah, Yeshua.
So that's not the Most High's
That's
name.
talking about Christ.
That's blasphemy. That's how they blaspheme against the Most High name. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Some
That's it.
Isaiah 29:15-16. Okay? That's how they blaspheme the Most High name.
Isaiah 29.
15-16, yeah. Alright, so the other nations, when we went into slavery, they picked up our language, they picked up our writings, and they created this new language called Yiddish. And they made this new name of the Most High named Yahweh. And then they told you, well, this is how you pronounce his name. When in the back of their head, they said, well, we really don't know how to pronounce his name. We really don't know how the Hebrew is really pronounced. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
Right, because you had a council called the Biblical Destruction Group. That Biblical Destruction Group went into the Bible, and instead of it saying Yahweh, they made it say Lord. Okay? They changed a little certain things. Okay? They instead of telling you the true meaning of a certain word, they kind of distorted it a little bit. They created new speak. They created this new language called Yiddish and told you that that's how the original Hebrew spoke. So the Most High said, warn to them that's deep to hide their counsel. You can't hide your counsels, your biblical destruction groups from the Most High. We know about it because the Most High told us about it, and now we're telling the people, and now your shame is coming out. Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead, keep reading that.
Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us?
Right, because you so-called Negroes, you don't know about these things, the biblical destruction group. You don't know about what the United Nations does, or what's the one Obama in? Council on Foreign Relations.
Yeah.
You know, Southern Poverty Law Center. You don't know about these groups. But these groups are here to destroy the Most High's word and to keep us in bondage through us sinning and not calling on the true name. Alright, go ahead.
On that.
Well, you want to read that? Go ahead.
Psalms 83:3. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right, because everything that they do is in council, meaning that their little groups that they make is to destroy the Israelites. To keep the Israelites from knowing his knowledge. From knowing the Most High's name. Alright, go ahead. That's why they infiltrated Tazadakis group. That's why Tazadakis don't say the Most High name Yahweh or his son Yahweh's name. Because they've infiltrated that group with their counsel. With their counsels, which is such as the Illuminati and
what they call it?
the Rosicrucianists.
Yeah.
Okay? The Jesuits. They infiltrated them groups to keep the name from you. But we gonna proclaim the name. Go ahead.
We start at 1. Psalm 83:1 says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Right.
Hold not thy peace,
Right.
and be not still, O Yahweh.
Right.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head.
Which is the so-called white man in the other nations. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
Thy people are the Israelites, you Negro, Native American, Spanish. Go ahead.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right, which are the angels. Go ahead.
They have come and said, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That's why you don't call yourself Yasha'Allah or Israelites no more, because they cut you off from being a nation. You're not a nation anymore. You're a group of people. You're the diaspora. Alright? Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
The name of Israel is the ancient Hebrew Yasha'Allah. He is the Prince of God. So you don't hear anybody say Yasha'Allah no more. Okay? Because they've cut that name out of the earth, and they've cut that name of Yahweh out of the earth and put Yahweh in the middle of it. But go ahead.
This is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Because the so-called white man turned everything upside down. He changed the name of the Most High. He changed who the Israelites was. He changed everything into a lie. Go ahead.
It says,